It's beer and food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we have a Aldi specially selected mature cheddar and pickle sausage plate. 410 grams of pure sausage goodness. It's basically a giant sausage roll. I'm going to stick it in a pan, but I'm going to be pairing it with a bottle of their Aldi's Rheinbacher Pilsner. Looking forward to that. Okay, let's see what this thing looks like. Set the oven to about, oh, I thought it'd be a little bit of packaging in there. It's straight in there, look. I suppose it saves on the, we're having a war on plastic at the moment, isn't we? Saves on the plastic. So, baking tray. Quickly see what it says, how to cook this damn thing. Because some people say, or some companies say to cover it in foil. Brush it with milk and place on a baking tray. I'll brush it with some milk, I'll put it on a baking tray, and we'll see you in 45 minutes. It's been about 45 minutes, let's get it out the oven. Oh, look at that. Now for me, I don't know if it works with you guys. Put it back in the oven. Put it down to slow cook. I just want to make sure that middle's done. I'm a bit cautious when it comes to cooking. So while I've done that, I'll give it 5 more minutes on slow cook. Let's get this lager poured. This Rheinbacher Premium Pilsner. It is 4.8% ABV. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. I reviewed the Weiss beer recently. Really nice Weiss beer. One of these Weiss beers where, for me, an Aldi's opened 10 minutes drive in the van. So I jump in the van, I nip out to Aldi's 10 minutes away, not far at all, and I can pick up some really good Weiss beer. I thought I'd check out the Pilsner. I've never had this Pilsner. It was £1 in Aldi. The sausage roll thing was about £1.85, something like that. Bargain, absolute bargain. It does you for lunch. So I've got a lunch, I've got a pint here of Pilsner and a jumbo sausage roll for under £3. Beer in the glass, good levels of carbonation. 2-finger white head. Most definitely looks like a Pils. I've chilled this one right down. In fact, because it was in the oven for 45 minutes, I just whacked this in the chiller for 45 minutes, and it's, well, as you can see, it's done a good job of cooling this beer down. Clear, light, very light straw coloured beer. Let's get the aroma. It smells okay. It really does, it smells okay. Probably a little bit too sweet for my liking, just in the aroma. But some nice biscuit malt aromas. Let's dive in. Cheers. A perfectly clean, drinkable Pilsner. 4.8% ABV. Admittedly, I'm drinking this on a cold, wet November's day. This would be far better suited to a lovely hot summer's day with the barbecue roaring, but you do things to pass time, don't you? You do things to build your day out. It's November. I have a day off. Thought let's do a nice video with a bit of cooking, a bit of food. I nearly called it a hot dog then. Let's get this mature cheddar and pickle sausage plate out of the oven. There we go, look at that. So lots, you can see the fat, lots of fat on the tray. If I turn it around, I'll be able to show you it's just kind of bubbling away a little bit, frying itself in its own fat. Let's get it on a plate. And voila, here it is. Freshly out of the oven. It looks really good. What I'm going to do now is just grab a knife. Cut some there. Let it steam out a bit, let it cool down. I don't want to go burn in my mouth. Look at this, boiling hot, look at the steam. Let's show you it while it's hot. Let's show you a segment of it. Cheese, meat, pastry, pickle. What more do you want from life? Let's get back to this Pilsner. Let that cool down a bit. Back to the Pilsner. Let's talk about the hops. So being a Pils German style lager, it will have a certain amount of German hops in the beer. As I said, it's extremely drinkable. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth. It's very cold. It's very clinical. There's still some lots of flavour coming through. This beer is being built to be chilled. I could have bought 4 cans for £2.99, but come with a plastic rim around the edges, you know, and I just thought for £1, just got a little bit more style about it, the bottle. So the balance of the beer, it's quite sweet to begin with, as I picked up in the nose. Probably a little bit sweeter than I would preferably like my beer, but for £1 it's extremely drinkable. There are some hops coming through on the back end. There's good balance to the beer. And as I mentioned earlier, hot summer's day, it's perfect, absolutely perfect for a barbecue and a few beers. What I wanted to talk to you about the hops, but on the back end, there is a bitterness that comes through. There's some German hops coming through. It's quite dry for a Pils. There's some nice kind of slightly lemon. I'm not going to say grapefruity. It's just a slightly bitter kind of lemon hop flavour on the back end to balance off that sweetness. I'm starving, guys. Let's pair it with this sausage roll. Hopefully it's cooled down enough now and I'm not going to make an absolute show of myself biting into this boiling hot plate, as they call it. I'm going to call it a sausage roll. Oh. It's all a bit, it's crunchy on the outside and it's a little bit mushy and wet in the middle, and oh. I like it a bit mushy and wet. Don't we all? Don't we all? Cheddar's coming through nicely. Pickle. Oh. This is insanely good. Dropping it on the floor. This is insanely good for, I think it was £1.85 in 2018. You tell me. I mean, especially if you lived in the city of London, or even the city of Cardiff these days. You tell me where you can get a lunch for £1.85 and a pint on top of that for £1. That's £2.85 for your lunch. And I'm not going to eat all that. Am I going to eat all that today? Or lunchtime now, standing here like a food monster? No, I'll save some of this for when the kids get home from school. But I will cut some more. As it is my lunch, I'm going to cut some more of this. This is really good. However, I need to be a food critic now. I've started all this kind of food stuff on the beer channel. Mature cheddar and pickle. For me, it's, yeah, you get a little bit. There's the kind of the mature, well, I think that's mature cheddar or pickle. This bit's going to be a bit harder to pick up. Put that down. I think that's the mature cheddar in there, just a little bit of gooey stuff. But as far as the pickle goes, I don't really get the pickle. We got some cheddar. We definitely got some cheddar. Whoa. It's a good hearty meal for a November's day. I tell you, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's already threatening to get dark out there. Mmm. I'll tell you a quick story while I'm eating this. My kids are like, Dad, Dad, and my wife, Simon, or is my wife saying to me, Simon, or the kids are saying, Dad, Dad, it's too hot, ain't you burning your mouth? Some people call me asbestos mouth. Where it might be burning my fingers, but it doesn't burn my mouth. Asbestos mouth. Right, okay. There is a grand old look at this Aldi British mature cheddar and pickle sausage plate. I pick up some of the cheese. I don't really pick up much of the pickle. I just wonder where that is. Perhaps it's just the sausage has been blended in with cheese and pickle. I don't really get it. There was a choice of this or the cranberry and stuffing one, which I think would be like really nice if you like stuffing. I'm not really a stuffing fan. But I mean, again, one more time, guys. What last taste of the beer? For £1. And if you have a look at the bottom there, this beer conforms to the German purity law of 16 something. That means that it doesn't have any artificial sweeteners or it doesn't have any E numbers. It's just malt, hops, water and yeast. Isn't that amazing? For £1. For £1. Probably one of the best lunches I've had in this house in a long time. I'm usually a cheese sandwich man with a cup of tea. As I've branched out into food, I'm constantly looking for different things to review. We're heading towards Christmas. I'm pretty sure some of you people out there will be banging some of these in your Christmas trolley. Ready for your Christmas dinner or your Christmas party. Really ideal for that. It'll probably feed, well, that'll feed me. I'm going to probably eat the rest of it. It could possibly feed two. Maybe if you're a single parent, it might feed you and your 2 young kids with some cheap chips. Don't feed your kids a beer. That's no good. But yeah, it's a really cheap meal. It's a really cheap bit of dinner. And as I said, it's better than my cheese sandwich and my cup of tea that I usually have. Please put your comments in the comments box. Oh, let me rate the beer. Let me rate the beer first of all, before I go. Always rate the beer. Looks good for a quid. For a £1, 2018, unbelievable. You can go to the city centre bars these days and you can pay £5 for a pint of beer. For £1, that is seriously good value for money. It won't be the best pills you've ever drank in your life, but it's a perfectly acceptable one. Rheinbacher Pilsner, sausage roll, mature cheddar and pickle plate thing. I'm gonna rate it nice dinner. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.